you can see my very first slide, and this is really my whole presentation wrapped up on my first slide, and that is, it's always day one. And that, in fact, is a Jeff Bezos quote when he was asked about how far he thinks Amazon can take the world of global e-commerce, and Bezos' quote is, as far as we are concerned, it's always day one, right? So no matter how many years experience you have, no matter where you're coming from, no matter where you're going, today, by definition, is day one. So let me ask you, what would happen if you treated every conversation with every individual in your life as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an impact? Just a question. What percentage of your time would you spend in meetings or phone calls? Just share with me. What percentage would you say? Meetings or phone calls? At least 50%, right? Maybe even north of that. So when people know they have a meeting with you, do they wait in a sense of delicious anticipation for that meeting? Do people meet with you because they want to or because they have to? Now, look, I'm going to say a fair amount of good things this afternoon, but this might be the most important. If people want to meet with you, then they'll bring full engagement to that meeting. If they're meeting with you because they have to, they will do it and only bring a fraction of themselves to that meeting. So here's my question to you. Is every meeting of which you are a part an experience other people want to be a part of? That's the question. And by the way, I don't know that I have any answers for you this afternoon, but I've got great questions. An incredibly important point I'm about to make. Satisfied or happy employees are not necessarily engaged employees. Engaged employees have well-defined roles, make strong contributions, and are actively connected to their larger team, and they're continually progressing. So what do we call someone who's happy but not hungry? Well, we call them complacent. What do we call someone, by the way, who's hungry but not happy? What do we call that person? Miserable. Right? So the challenge that we have, and it seems to me like you've achieved this balance this afternoon, is to be happy and hungry in equal measure. To say, I'm really happy with where I am, I love what I'm doing, but how do I take it to another level? And then most importantly, how do I take my client or my stakeholders or my team members to the next level? Let's talk about how to be unstoppable. I want you to look at this little diagram or this little illustration on the slide. It looks like a gas tank, right? And I know that if you're in this room, you probably drive a car. Is there anyone in this room who's ever driven your car with the needle on empty? Right. What goes through your mind when the needle's on empty? Pamela, what goes through your mind? I'm scared, right? Okay, what else goes through your mind? Please keep going. What else goes through your mind? Why did I do that? No. Why did I do that again? Have you noticed when your needle's on empty, that's the only thing you're focusing on? You can be driving through Nirvana, but all you're worried about is the next gas station. Right? Now, how do you feel when you leave the gas station and you now have your needle on full, man, and the tank says 500 kilometers you can go without stopping? How do you now feel? Relieved. How else? Confident. No limitations. I can literally carry on for almost 500 kilometers. Your ability to thrive over the next 1 to 5 to 10 years will not be a function of your intellectual horsepower. If you didn't have that capacity, you wouldn't be here. It's going to be a function of your mojo. Like, how would you feel about me if Terry would have introduced me this afternoon as follows? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Mike Lipkin, one of the world's great motivators when he's on. Right, you go, I wonder who we're getting, right? I'd like you to take away today, it's this. Whatever you're going through in your life right now is what you were meant to be going through in your life right now, because that's what you're going through in your life right now. Yeah. So when I came into this world 50-something years ago, I was destined to be here this afternoon. And whenever you came into this world, you were destined to be here as well. How do I know? Because here we are. So I believe that everything that happens is going to serve me. Therefore, I am an incurable optimist. And I've got to tell you something. I've met some really inspiring optimists. I've never met an inspiring pessimist. Think about that. In fact, a pessimist is only good for one thing, and that's to borrow money from, because he doesn't expect to get paid back. Right? What's the purpose that you bring to your conversations with folks? Because oftentimes when I'm with people and I can sense that they are far more than just about the fee or the revenue or the commission. They really have a purpose that embraces my well-being. That alone becomes a game changer for me, as it is for you, as it is for your clients. Live every day as though it were your last, because one day you will be right. Okay, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ms. Super cool. Thank you. Thank you.